everybody. This is Janelle with Good Enough with Janelle, and I am so excited to have you guys here today. I have a super packed video here and just doing a bunch of just random tasks. So we got laundry. You saw me spraying down the counter in the kitchen, and I left that on there because I wanted to leave it for 10 minutes to disinfect. And then I went ahead and did other tasks while I was waiting. On today's video, we'll also have a Cooking with John segment where he makes a Beef Wellington. So super excited for that. Right now, I'm just filling up our dish soap dispenser. We finally got low enough and we got some more soap in, so I wanted to fill that up quick as part of my random routines of the day. So what we want to do is just have you put this up on your TV or on your computer or phone, and you can either watch it or use it to help motivate you to do cleaning around in your home. And be sure to give the video a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you haven't already, would love to have you subscribe to the channel. Thanks! Right now you see me mixing up 1 part of white vinegar to 1 part water. And I put this in the microwave for a couple minutes, and it helps to loosen up everything in the microwave so that all you have to do is wipe it down. Our microwave is actually pretty clean, so there wasn't too much to worry about. And then, because 10 minutes had passed, here I am taking care of the rest of the counter space and wiping all that off. I'm also a bit short and didn't feel like climbing a stool, so I can't reach all the way in the back of the microwave. And I end up taking the glass tray from the microwave and just grabbing that to wash in the sink later. It would be a lot easier. And here I am emptying the dishwasher again. For those of you that are new and haven't heard me talk about this before, we actually do not have a working dishwasher. It hasn't worked since about July of last year. So we just use it as a really big drying rack, which is actually kind of convenient because then you don't have to worry so much about how everything is placed. You can kind of place things in odd angles or odd spots, whatever, because it doesn't really matter because it just needs to air dry. So then it's just a matter of having to undo that. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Good Enough with Janelle, on both of those sites. Would love to have you guys on there. I share announcements when videos are posted and usually give a little bit of a tidbit during the week as well. I am all for soaking really bad pans. So this one had some burnt in barbecue sauce, or really stuck on barbecue sauce. So I started out doing the dishes by getting that soaking with some Dawn so that I'd easily be able to clean it out at a later time. And there were so many dishes that I just had to try to figure out where I was going to start and just try kind of poke away at the mountain there, try to get that down because there are so many dishes. finally I'm done. So we end up, of course, always just wiping down the sink with a brush. And then I got this new Mrs. Meyer's baking soda cleaning stuff. And I've seen a lot of people on YouTube use it, and they just, spray it in their sink or on their stovetop and use it to wipe things down. It worked plenty fine, but I'm not sure that I would necessarily get it again. It was more fun kind of just scrubbing down the surfaces, but then it was difficult for me to get it out of my sponge. And I don't know if it really made that much of a difference to warrant that. And I do have other things that I can do for getting the sink to be shiny. I just haven't done it yet. At least for a while. I did it when we first moved in, but not since then. And I might just end up doing that just to get a start on it. But this was super fun to do just because, again, it's just fun to scrub it in. It wasn't so much fun to try to clean it up, but scrubbing it in, it's just super fun to watch that go down. And you can see that it's obviously picking up dirt. I just don't feel like it really picked up a whole lot. And then I just took a paper towel because I still had that water vinegar mixture off on the side. And I grabbed that to help finish up the cleaning process and getting stuff off. On to cooking with John. He had gotten a large beef roast thing to use to make some beef Wellington. But since there was so much, he's showing here how he cuts it up and then puts it in freezer bags. We had the food saver bags, and so he sets stuff aside that way so that we can put it in the freezer to save for a future meal, because we obviously didn't need that much beef Wellington for just the two of us. So he's just showing that process, and then he'll go into making the beef Wellington. So he saw him searing all the edges of the beef Wellington, and then this is just a little mustard mixture that he has. We've used, I think it was like stone seed mustard or something like that in the past. This is the second time that we've made it, and it was based off of, the first time that we made it was based off of Gordon Ramsay's recipe, because we watch Hell's Kitchen, and if you've ever seen Hell's Kitchen, they always have to make this. So we made that in the past, and then he was kind of going from memory to remake it again. He's about to lay out some ham that's just like your regular deli ham that you've seen me make my wraps with for lunches, and that's what we wrap around on the outside. If you're ever looking for any of his recipes, he does tend to hold them near and dear to his heart, but he also does monitor the comment section down below. So just make a comment down below and he might be able to help you out, give you a few tips that helped him as he was doing any other Cooking with John recipes. So feel free to comment down below. Plus, he loves hearing how much you guys love his recipes. Then he's just wrapping that up to go really tight and just like suction cup all together and sit for a little bit. And then he's going to end up putting it in some puff pastry and doing the same thing where he's going to put it wrapped up as a puff pastry in the fridge for a little bit to get a little bit not so soft, and then put it in the oven at that point. He also made some fried green beans to go along with the meal, so it was just butter and a can of green beans. and he puts it on the stovetop with some seasonings, and it just steps it up a notch so that it's not just plain green beans. Considering that he went from memory, this turned out amazing. It was a little bit juicier than I tend to go for, just because I tend to like the meat to be dry as a bone. So it's like every chef's nightmare, but this turned out really good. Everything was delicious, and it was so filling, but so delicious. So that was our beef Wellington. It was a little hard because the juices kind of made the puff pastry at the bottom not very sturdy, so it sort of fell apart that way, but it was still easy enough that you could get a taste of the puff pastry and a taste of the beef. And as you can see, Pip was hoping for her piece too. She did not get any at that point though. And now we're back to clean, of course, restocking the fridge. One of my more satisfying things that I do, just because it just looks really nice when I'm doing it. John had to take Marcella to the vet, and she was meeting her new vet. So I used the opportunity of the crate not being on this landing to vacuum up some of the dried up wet cat food that was there. And yes, you do see me using the vacuum to help pick up some of the stuff. It works. It's just so nice now to be able to look over there and it doesn't look gross with all the food everywhere. It's just very satisfying. I just want to say that your support just means the world to me, and I really appreciate it. Would love you guys if you went and clicked that like button for the video, comment down below, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber and look forward to getting to know everybody.